Looks like a bulb of some kind, doesn't it? Actually, it's an egg. Something inside is moving, getting ready to come out. And here it comes. From a tiny egg his mother attached to the side of a plant, a baby caterpillar comes into the world, head first. Hard to believe that long body was curled up inside that tiny egg, isn't it? You can see through the egg because it has no shell, just a tough outer coating. Out at last, and hungry. He's looking for his first meal. And he finds it, the coating of the egg from which he just hatched. Look closely, and you can actually see his mouth, chewing bits of egg. He may look like a worm, but he's not a worm. This caterpillar is a young butterfly, a swallowtail butterfly, going through his first stage. At this stage, he does little more than eat. See him there under the leaf? It doesn't take him long to finish his egg. He grows quickly and looks for more to eat. This is when he becomes a harmful insect. He chews the leaves of the plant. No such thing as eating slowly. He gobbles that leaf as fast as he can. See his legs? 3 pairs, 6 legs in all. Insects of every kind have 6 legs. Time out. He stops eating for the moment because he's bursting, truly bursting. The caterpillar has grown inside, but his skin hasn't. So there's only one thing to do. Let the old skin burst, then crawl out of it. And that's just what he does. The process in which growing insects shed their old skin again and again is called molting. Those dark bulges at the front of his head are his eyes. Farther back on his body are colorful black and red markings. Then it's back to eating leaves again. In no time at all, he seems gigantic compared with his first skin. And there's a danger that some bird will spot him and eat him. For this, he has a way to protect himself. If you were to touch this caterpillar, no matter how gently, he'd stick out little tubes called horns that give off a smell, a scent so bad, so disagreeable, birds don't come near. They let him alone to go back to eating. Those markings on his body are those of the young swallowtail butterfly, sometimes called a caterpillar, sometimes a larva, and there's a reason why he eats so much. After molting 4 or 5 times, he'll go into the next stage of his development, a stage that lasts many weeks, during which he'll eat nothing at all. Now the caterpillar knows it's time to begin the next stage. He searches for a place to rest. When he finds one, he clings to it. He's beginning his quiet stage. Watch how he makes 2 thin but strong threads to attach himself to the plant. his final molt. Then he begins the stage known as the chrysalis. This is the chrysalis. Inside, he begins a long sleep, during which his body is changing. He's turning into a butterfly. In a process known as metamorphosis, he's forming wings, legs, and other body parts of an adult. When the adult is almost ready to come out, you can see his wings folded within the hard outer shell. At last, the shell splits open, just as the caterpillar's skin did in the beginning. And out comes the adult, head first. Antennae, long legs, wings, things he never had before. He's weak now, so he takes a moment to rest. A moment in which his wings will unfold and dry. The swallowtail butterfly has no tail as such. It has 4 wings. The so-called tails are parts of the hind wings that stick out like the tails of birds called swallows. That's how it gets its name, swallowtail. You can tell the butterfly is resting when it holds its wings straight up over its back. He's covered with colorful scales, quite different from the green skin of the caterpillar. And now he has a sweet, pleasant smell, like flowers, a scent that lady butterflies find highly romantic. The scent comes from some of his scales. His antennae, or feelers, really serve him as both a nose and ears. His eyes are now called compound eyes because they're made up of thousands of smaller eyes. And that black tube curled up at the front of his head is not his nose, but part of his mouth. He'll use it soon to suck juices from flowers. Imagine, this creature was once a green caterpillar. His wings are spread far apart now. They're nearly dry. He's ready to begin his first flight at any moment. And there he goes. From flower to flower. Look closely, and you'll see he's dipping that long black tube into the flower to suck the flower's juices. No more eating leaves. He'll live on liquids from now on. Uh-oh. A young lady butterfly has picked up his scent. It's love at first sniff. They become a couple. In time, she'll lay eggs on the sides of plants just as her mother and his mother did. And so the cycle will be complete. The life cycle of the swallowtail butterfly.